Hello everybody, hope everybody's doing great today. Appreciate the one or two of you watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. Hey, if you're the third viewer, I hope you enjoy it as well. But if you're the fourth viewer, I hope you don't enjoy it, but everybody else after that, hopefully you guys enjoy it. Anyways, enough of the silly comments. Let's talk about this show on Netflix called Strong Girl Now Soon. Hopefully I pronounced her last name right. Probably just hacked it up pretty bad. This show does come from the same universe as Strong Woman. Get my notes here. Strong Woman Do Bong Soon. You can find that one on Viki. That's where I found it on. I only watched like the first episode so far. Enjoyed it. Probably do a review on that one here after a little while. But yeah, the same universe. So we're going to be talking about Strong Girl Now Soon today. And this show, I don't really know what age group it's really attended to. You know, when you first watch it, it kind of feels like it's for the whole group family from ages 5 and up. But then it does get kind of bloody. I mean, you do got somebody who commits suicide in this. And then you got very strong language in parts of this movie show. So for the most part, it's for the whole family, but there are like weird elements that throw in there, like, you know, like, man, I don't know if I want my 5-year-old watching this. I don't have a 5-year-old, but if I did, I'd be kind of uncomfortable on certain parts of it for them to be watching it. So it does have some like heavy topics, especially when it comes to drug use and drug dealers, because this is basically what the show is about. Our strong family here, they're trying to take down this crime lord, these drug dealers, basically a mafia, Russian mafia type of thing. So they're going after them. And the first few episodes, also the first 7 episodes, I would say ish, really go after capitalism. You know, there's a lot of critiques about capitalism, which I don't mind critiquing capitalism, only if it came from a point of view where you actually understand what capitalism is. So the critiques of capitalism they have in this show, I don't really agree with, because it's not really capitalism's fault for what's going on, you know, with people being extremely rich and extremely poor. You know, you talk about how capitalism has winners and losers. That's crony capitalism. It's not really true capitalism. True capitalism is everybody's kind of winners. You know, you make something, somebody gives you something in exchange for that value. What we got in today's world, we got crony capitalism where the government chooses which companies succeed and which companies fail by giving them certain companies benefits or money for creating certain things that the government thinks would be good for the people. Stuff like that for the population. So you do get hard hit about capitalism. I always say Korean capitalism. So I don't know, maybe there's how they describe Korean capitalism sounds like crony capitalism myself. So you do get hit hard with that kind of political thing. But for the most part, it's very lighthearted. It's very much about the dangers of drugs, you know, how it's harmful for your health, to society, you know, why you shouldn't take drugs, how these people are evil, and how these powerful mafia people can actually influence and corrupt government officials. And we got this good old family whose women happen to be very strong, and how they're fighting this crime, fighting this corruption that's in the society, you know, and trying to end this very lethal drug use and stuff like that. You do it does touch on a little bit on like foster parents an adoption. As our strong girl here now soon, when she was young, she was kind of got separated from her family, and she was raised from a Mongolian family, and how she was very loving, how they were very loving toward her and cared for her, and then she eventually reunites with her birth family. We'll call them birth family. Then we got our villain, who was an orphan, and he was raised by the mafia, and how we're raised can actually, you know, and this is true, affect how children are raised can affect how they come as adults. It can have a strong influence in leading them to be good people, bad people. Now, is that 99% true? That's how it'll be, because you got you got kids who are raised from great parents who are taught, the right way, can eventually stray off the path. And you got vice versa for kids who are raised by very bad parents, taught very wrong things, can eventually go into the right path. But it is how you're raised does have a large impact on what you can be, on your potential of becoming an adult. You can either be beneficial from your upbringing, or it can be detrimental to your upbringing. It does touch a little bit about, touch upon that a little bit. Sorry, a little trouble with my words here. The other thing I'm kind of, this has got comedy, right? So it's kind of hard to really criticize this, but how weak the men in the families, like, I guess in this certain family, like, all the women get all the strong genes, they're very strong and powerful, as you see in this. But our girl here, Namsoon, she has extra powers, like she can jump really far, she has very great eyesight, so like she has like everything that her mother and grandmother has, very, very strong, but she has like extra powers on top of that. She's almost like a Superman character type, only she can't fly. And they do have their kryptonite, I guess you can say, and that is they can't use their powers for evil. If you watch Strong Woman Do Bonsu or whatever, I know I'll probably just wreck that name, but if they do bad, they lose their powers. So they always have to continue doing good. So I guess if you're going to defeat them and make them weak, you try to trick them into doing bad stuff here. But like, let's go back with the men. Like, the men are, like, the women are very strong, the men are very weak. And I know it's there for comedy purposes, so that's why I don't really like to critique it so much. But I mean, they're like very weak in like all aspects, which I have a problem with. Like, I don't mind like strength aspects if you're gonna make the aspects of it. Like, if you're gonna make the comparison, like, all the women are very strong, but all the men are very weak. But could you at least make them competent in something? Like, the men are just, like, the men in the family are just, like, basically worthless. They don't have strength. They are not very intelligent. They have nothing that contributes to society whatsoever. Only that they were born. And the mother, her mother was very capable. She built this huge empire, financial empire. They're very rich, but like her brother and her son are this worthless, people taking up space basically. At least her husband and Namsoon's dad, I should say Namsoon's dad, her mom's husband. I mean, at least he was capable, like, mentally and stuff like that. Can hold his own, but like this, I guess if the offspring was just terrible. So Namsoon's love interest is a cop, and he's very capable and intelligent and can do everything that a normal man can do. He's very capable. He's not a weakling. He's intelligent, can figure stuff out, solve problems, fight well. He's very capable in his abilities. But if they had children and their children are going to be worthless, it's kind of, that kind of part kind of did bother me, being a man that I am. I would like, seeing to make these guys very pathetic was kind of like a bad part of this. Overall, did I enjoy this? Will I highly recommend this? Recommend with caution? I'm gonna recommend this with caution. And it was enjoyable at times, like the investigating and trying to get proof that because who the villain is from the beginning. Them trying to get proof that he's the villain. That stuff was I like that, but there's just other parts I just didn't really fall in love with the story very much. It ended with them with the cliffhanger, like they might be making a second season. I'm not excited for the second season. I wish they would have just ended it like most South Korean shows, series. Usually they just end it at the end of 16. Every once in a while you'll get a second season. This one should just end it at season 16. Like I said, I'm not very thrilled. I mean, if season 2 came out, I might check out the first couple episodes because the potential villain for season 2 seems to be kind of interesting character. He's kind of the leader of the mafia type of thing. So that might be kind of interesting. I did feel a little bit sympathy for the villain in this. I thought he found a girl that he loved, that loved him back, and turns out she's just being a spy, investigating on him to turn him into and stuff like that. So he built this utter betrayal, and that's kind of like the story of this villain. Is like he's been betrayed his whole life. But yeah, I'm gonna recommend it with caution. Not really sure what age group they were shooting for. At times, I feel like it was a family show, and then there's times where like, man, this is for like more mature audiences. I didn't realize I would be talking about this for 11 minutes, but here I am. So I'm going to end this. Have a great day, and until the next video, bye.